How are we all? How are we? I hope everybody's good this wonderful morning. Weekend. I'm off. I'm happy. So I thought I'd just come on. Wow. What's going on in football, guys? Crazy stuff, eh? Manchester City's back in the title race. Jim Ratcliffe is going mad. Liverpool back on form in some sort of way. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy how the season's turning out. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I thought, like, let me just talk about Liverpool today. Innit? I think last time I was in here, I was talking about the Premier League and how things have come back full circle. Big up Ikea, man. Big up my brother. I hope you're okay. Um, yeah, I thought like what's been happening in the Premier League this season is crazy, isn't it? It's crazy how things have turned around. Like Arsenal was running away with it at some stage, and then all of a sudden, at the crucial stage of the season, they just fall apart and Man City catch up. So if Man City actually win their game, remaining games, they could win the league. Simple as that. They have to beat Arsenal, of course, at home as well. So yeah, it's madness, isn't it? It's madness. But we're here to talk about Liverpool. I've got, you know what I've done, guys. Like I told you, I lost my documents in it. So I found the old hard drive, the one that originally broke. I swapped with the previous one. And I exchanged some things from the old one and the previous one, and it works. So I got some of my stuff back, right? But from the old one, not the one I had last year. Yeah, it's crazy how I've changed things around and it worked. Madness, man. It is madness. I'm not even a computer engineer or anything like that, but I can do certain things, man. I got special qualities, as you know, they say in Taken. Special qualities. Big up, of course, Liam as well. Big up, my guy. How are we? I'm good, man. I'm good. So I just thought, like, let me just come on in this, early hours and see what's going on with my football club finally. Talk about Liverpool. See what Arne Slot is saying. I don't really watch his, obviously, press conferences, but I thought, since we're winning, why not start watching it again and see what he's saying? He might change his ways, if you know what I mean. Good to hear you managed to salvage some files. Yeah, bro, like it's crazy. I just changed stuff from one hard drive to another one, and all of a sudden it's working fine. It's madness, bro. It's crazy how things turn out. Yeah, man. I'm learning. I'm not gonna say I'm the perfect person that could fix things, but I'm learning. I just feel gutted how I lost everything on the previous file, mate. Like I've had those stuff for years, innit? And I moved it from one hard drive to another one. I managed to lose it all, but I still remember I kept the previous hard drive. It wasn't working because the actual port where you put the plug, so the charger or the thing that transfers the wire wasn't working. So I exchanged that to the other one that's broken, and it worked fine, man. It just shocked me. It shocked me, man. But yeah, let's see what Arne Slot is saying, and we could discuss it from there. Don't know why it's on this side, so let me put this. No, no, we're not. No, no, no. He has to go. Sorry about that, guy. I don't know what he's saying. Sorry. Let me go in here. Let me share this with you. Let me minimize it, man. It's too damn big. It's got big head, this guy. So let me see what happens there. I just want to listen to him, innit? How things have changed. Let me see his response. Has he improved or is he still the same idiot? That's what I want to know. But yeah, get the chat going, guys. Like if you're watching this, I know it's a last minute thing, but it's what it is, isn't it? I'm not gonna be perfect. I'm not gonna be perfect on here. There you go. Hopefully. I need to get rid of one of them guys. Where we go? Should be all right. Should be all right. Yeah, the first one I need to get rid of because I no longer do the screen, the previous screen to this one. So I got to get rid of that one and check out this. Well, use this new one. So I think I'm still using that one. Yeah, I don't need it anymore. I like this one I'm using now. I like this layout. It's different. I mean, it looks more organized, doesn't it? It looks much better than the previous one. Yeah, I like it. So let's see what Arnie Slot is saying.
To start with what we saw in the Champions League and obviously the accusation of racist abuse that Vinicius Junior put forward. Obviously, looking at those scenes, is enough being done to combat racism? And when you see scenes like that as well, what discussion does it provoke in your own dressing room in terms of maybe advice to your players if they were to face a similar situation?
I think in general, you can never do enough. You can always do more, and we should always try to do more to make sure this never happens again. And that's what I mean in general. I think we have to try as a world football community to do more than society does. That's maybe not so difficult, by the way, but and I think protocol has been followed during the game, so that's the first step. And now, and I think the football world reacted as you expected to react, and I'm trying to do the same now. We can never do enough or too much. We can do enough, but we can never do too much. No.
In terms of advice to your players if they were to face a similar situation?
I would hope they act in a similar way, so immediately address it, and I would hope that the referee who's in charge then acts in the same way, because and then protocols need to be followed, and because it's under investigation, I cannot say too much about that shit.
As I said, guys, like with racism, that's something you can't fix. You just can't, because look how many years we've been watching this nonsense and it's still happening in the modern day. As I said many times on this stream about racism, like back in 1996 when I just left school, we were saying this is 1996 and it's still happening. We're in 2026 and it's still happening. So what's gonna change? Nothing. So just give up on this shit, man. You know what I mean? There's no point. There's no point. Even Vinicius Junior doing the right thing, he gets punished for it. I mean, like, it just doesn't make sense. The guy had 2 red cards in his career, and the 2 red cards is him getting abused. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm saying, guys. There's no point. There's no point. Just they don't do football. Doesn't do enough. If you know what I mean. If football does enough, you know, like banning countries, banning teams, and all that stuff, then maybe a statement will be set out. Make someone an example. A club that keeps reoccurring itself with this racism stuff. If they get caught, ban them. Then I guarantee you, every other club will work hard on this kind of treatment. If you know what I mean. The worst part of it, what happened to Vinicius Junior in that game, is he was getting booed. He got racially abused, and he was made as the target. Not the player that actually, did the racial abuse. Him. Oh man, that's when you start saying to yourself, "What is the actual point? Is there? Why are we wasting our time in things like this?" And then you got Mourinho talking utter bullshit. You know what I mean? On top of that, listen, I never liked the guy. You know what I mean? And people wanted him at my football club, and I said, "No, thank you very much." Now you know why we don't like people like that. He told Vinicius, what did he say about Vinicius? He said something along the lines of, he's always the one that these things happen to, and he always says it. He's always in the position of, moaning about racism every single time he plays. Yeah, because Vinicius Junior is the only one that stands up for it. The rest of them are cowards. The rest of them worry about, it's my job. If I lose this, then, there's no income. Think about it this way. You're a footballer, right? You're worried about things like that. What about your kids and their kids' kids? The generation that comes along, if you don't solve this issue right now. What about them? You know what I mean? Do you even care about your children if they play football? Or do you care, about your grandkids if they play football, great-grandkids? So you got to leave a legacy behind, my friend, if you stand up about against things like this. It's not all about money, man. It's about life. We're in 2026, and players are still being called monkeys. I remember John Barnes, like I said in the other stream. Bananas used to be thrown at him. What did he do? He kicked it off the pitch. Imagine that guy just concentrated on football. How great he could have been. He was already great anyway. But how great he could have been. Probably the greatest player that ever lived at Liverpool Football Club. I still think he's one of them. But, you know what I mean? I think he's the most all-rounded player Liverpool's ever had in entire Liverpool history. That's how good I rate John Barnes. So, imagine he just concentrated on football. Imagine Vinicius Jr. just concentrated on football. All the black players just concentrated on football. How good they could have been. But you're telling people to be quiet, like Mourinho's telling people. Nah, man. That guy should be, when the end is nigh, just get the heck out of here, man, Mourinho. Don't ever be a manager again, man. Just fuck off, mate. You're an idiot. Absolute idiot, man. Astaghfirullah. I don't want to swear, but you can't say things like that. Yeah, big up everybody, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. Big up, Akia. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Always. I don't bother to watch slot press conferences anymore. I just full of listen. I'm not here, trying to put it in your throat or anything like that. Down your throat, sorry. I just want to listen to what he's saying. We're winning now. Maybe he's changed his ways. Maybe he's improved. Maybe he's seen the light. I want to see something different from what we've been seeing, recently about him. So that's the whole point. And I want to reply to what he's saying, if you know what I mean, in a certain way. But so far, so good. Let me just put it that way. We can't be bad people all the time. You know what I mean? We can't. He's at our football club. He's our head coach. I want him out as much as the next Liverpool fan for what he did, the criminal activities they did this season. But I'm not going to, keep having a go at him when he's managing my football club. Guys, like, come on, we've got to be serious here. You got to be waking up to things, He's still at our football club. No matter what we do, he ain't going to leave. So support the football club somewhere, somehow, man. I'm done with that shit. I'm done with that. Talk about the same thing every time. We're winning now. So if your club is winning, then you got to back it up. Help them out. He ain't leaving. I told you this already, guys. He ain't leaving. He's here for a long, long time. So just back the team, man. You don't have to like him, but back the football club, man. Enough, man. Contradictions. Why now all the waffle? Because he knows the writing is on the wall. You meant to say that? Tough game. So tomorrow at Forest. I think it's a tough game. I agree with you. I want the game to be more similar to the Sunderland game. We go there professionally, play like a European game, away from home, getting the result and getting out. That's what I want to see in this game. I don't want to see this, end-to-end kind of football. I'm sick and tired of that stuff. That's why we are where we are. Imagine, like I said, 60% Liverpool. We would have been, top of the league right now. That's how good we could have been. But we messed it up. Because the season's not consistent. A 60% Liverpool consistently, beating these bottom teams and all that stuff, could have actually won us the league this season. But we messed it up like this. Wrong timing. I mean, if you're willing to buy new players and you want to integrate them early, it's not the season for that, mate. You've won the league last season. Just bring them in slowly. That's all you had to do. Maybe no injury to Isak. Maybe Kirkes would have, been better if we took him in and out with him and Robertson. Maybe Wirtz would have, the same thing, in and out the team. We've got a number 10, 2 10s already there, like McAllister and Soboslai. So think about it that way. If we did the right thing this season, we would have won the league. But we chose not to do that. We always make mistakes like this at our football club. Just that nothing ever changes. It frustrates us. That's why we're all grey and all that stuff. Because it's the same every time we win a title. We always come. It doesn't matter what one it is. The next season we get even worse. Even under Klopp, it was the same. If you know what I mean. So it's the consistency that we don't have, and it's frustrating everybody else. That's the thing, guys. We just need to find that as a club. We've managed to find a way to win the league. Now the next steps is, big up Beijing, my guy. Big up my brother. The next steps is had to find that consistency in winning. And that's what we haven't got under this manager and the previous manager as well. As I said, I want Arnie out, but he's here. What can I do, man? I'm not, I can't get him out. I can't push him out. But we're winning again, guys. So if we beat Nottingham Forest, I think we slightly turn the corner because that's the difficult game in normal circumstances, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. Just back the team. Nobody's asking for anything, guys. Just back the team. You don't have to like him, but the team is there. Just back them. They've won the Premier League for you. It's like when we haven't got certain players. I do as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here saying I'm a saint or anything like that. I actually have a go at Salah. I have a go at Soboslai. I have a go at every player when they're playing badly. But I'm honest about it, if you know what I mean. I'm not gonna like completely dismiss them. When Salah came out with that stupid statement, I said, get him and this guy out of my football club. Both of them. Him and Salah, get them out because I can't withstand things like that at my football club. That's why I wanted them both out. If you know what I mean. But time goes on, healing, and then you think to yourself, you know what? They're both doing their part right now. They both, apologize to each other. They both, one is managing, one is playing. So it is what it is. But let bygones be bygones with that bit. And Salah is, doing what we expect him to do on the pitch. He's creating chances, and of course scored a goal the other day. So let's just support the team in that way. At least they rekindled certain stuff that was wrong at the time as well. And as for Salah, guys, I know like a lot of my brothers speak about it. When things are good, you guys love the guy. This is the only season he's been completely, bad, and we're gonna give up on him like that. Okay, he has to go at some stage of his career. I agree with you, but don't start supporting a player when he's playing good, and then when he's playing badly, you turn on him like we're doing, man. We're completely wrong in that, in my opinion, and it's harsh. It's very, very harsh. The statements people use on Salah nowadays, like he's still the same age as last season, guys. He's still 33. He hasn't hit 34 yet, so he's still, in the same, playing style as he was last season. It's just the formation is changed. I don't know if you guys noticed that. We don't play the same formation as last season. That's the mistake Arne Slot's done this season. He tried to change the formation completely from what he had last season instead of like working towards it gradually, season in, season out. Slowly, you bit by bit, you do it. You don't do it straight away. And this is what's messed him up this season, unfortunately. That's the lack of experience of a manager, like Uncle Ross says. He's 100% right. The lack of experience does drive you into situations that you shouldn't be at. And that's what's happened with Arne Slot this season. But it is what it is, man. Just back the squad. Good morning, brother. Back the squad. That's all you have to do, my guy. You don't need to like Arne Slot. I'm not asking for anything like, oh, everybody, let's do kumbayas or hug around Arne Slot. It's not all about that. It's the freaking football club. We've got people there that I don't want there. I don't want the owners there. I want them out. You know what I mean? I love what they did for us, but this is 16 years later. When are we gonna have our time in football? Come on, FSG. Like, what is it our time? When is Liverpool gonna dominate? When is Liverpool gonna be the fear of everybody else? What haven't we got a DM since Fabinho left? What haven't we got wingers since the other ones are getting older and the other one needs a competition for his place instead of having a 70-year-old pushing him? There's a lot of stuff. Where's the new centre backs? Where's the next Van Dijk? Why have we still got Van Dijk captaining the team on his own? Where's the leadership? Where's Matip's replacement? Okay, you got me a right back. You got me, a number 10, all of that stuff. But where is the pace of the team? Where is the pace? Gone. There's something, about Liverpool, and that's the pace. I mean, there's something the cop wants you to know. The best in the world is Bobby Firmino. I miss that guy, man. Our number 9. Give him the ball and he'll score every time. See, senor. Oh, man, I miss him. I really miss Bobby. I saw a picture of him with his family and on a trip, in it. They took a picture and he's wearing the new Liverpool kit, the Adidas one. That's the guy who sacrificed everything for this football club, just like Salah's done, just like Van Dijk's done, just like Alisson has done. You know what I mean? Robbo, all these guys who are still at our football club, and we're just turning on them like, nah, man. I was just thinking about it the other day. Like, I need to calm down sometimes. Like, it's not funny, man. It's not nice doing things like that. We're only supporting players when they're doing well, but when they're doing bad, we just turn on them like that. Nah, man. That's not a proper football fan, man. Nah, man. I'll just leave them to it, really. As long as the club is keeping them, there's nothing like we can do about it but support them some way, somehow. And when I see people turning on Salah, like for what he's done this season, forget about what him and Arne Slot went through. But I'm just talking about even in the beginning of the season, it's wrong, man. It's really, really wrong. I know, like, nobody wants to speak about Salah continuously and all that stuff, but we need to sit back and look at what we're doing, man. Are we Liverpool supporters, or are we those type of fans like Arsenal, Man United? What have we become, man? We turn on our legends like that, man. Oh, man. It really hurt me. I was just sitting there thinking to myself the other day, like, why am I doing this, man? What are we doing, man? It's not their fault. As I said many times, 11 players not playing well ain't to do with, the individual player. It's the systematic issue here. 1 or 2, I understand. Then we could take them out of the football team and then put another ones in that will do better than them. But when it's the entire team that's playing badly, including the goalkeeper, you got to ask yourself questions, isn't it? What kind of a tactics are we putting in? The reason we've been winning recently is because we simplified things. We just told the players, do what you're good at. I've watched that Man City game. Since then, we've changed. We're not ball watching anymore. Remember that video I showed you guys? We're no longer ball watching now. We're taking up positions and we're making sure our rivals don't take that little position in the middle. Let me show you on the graphic. To call it graphic. Where is the damn thing? Oh, damn. I lost it. I used to have it here. No. It's gone? What a shame. I got that back, but it's old. So I don't have the player's age and all that stuff on it anymore. Oh, what a shame. Gutted about that. Yeah, let me give you the graphic. Should be coming up right now. Right now. I'll come back to this in a minute. Just want to chill with you guys today, innit? Just want to chill with you, brothers and sisters. My brother, look at that Beijing Lee, man. Big up, my brother. I'm back in the squad, but even if we win the Champions League, I would sack a Slot. Can't stand. Yes, I understand, bro. I understand. Everybody has their own way of thinking about it, but I'm willing to give him a chance. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna complain about Champions League win. It's madness, isn't it? So as I was saying, guys, like if you look at this graphic here, when the opposition has the ball, yeah. Let me just bring it up here. I could get lost. So when the opposition has the ball over here, what they normally do, like one of the midfielders, is they find this space. I said this to you before. Maybe you wasn't here, but I'm just going to try to give you an example. So when they find a space in the middle, when our midfielders are way up, and like sometimes our midfielders used to be here under Arne Slot. That's how high they went. And then you look at the rest, everybody's up here, like, Ekatike's, Gakpo's, Salah. So everybody's forward. So what the opposition do is they pass it around this area. They play dangerous as well sometimes if you look at them. But there's always a midfielder that comes out of this place and finds the space here. That hasn't happened for a while. I haven't seen that for a while, if you know what I mean. This was the regular occurrence in that midfield earlier in the season. So now, and then they used to pass it here until they find a space. They find him, bam. And then all of a sudden, they go forward, they score a goal. So now, that doesn't exist anymore. Now, what I see is the likes of McAllister and Gravenberch, they're deeper than what they were before. So this is what I've been asking for all season. And all of us were talking about it. Why are they that high? So now, instead of like always being up here, they're down here now. So now that guy doesn't do what he's doing anymore. The opposition are confused now. So what I'm trying to say is the opposition prepares for Liverpool in a certain way to break that line, but no longer that happens because the two midfielders have gone back to the pivot. So what I'm trying to tell you is in all grand scape of things, like the true reality to what we're doing right now is we've gone back to what we was doing last season in the beginning when he had that, Jurgen kind of formation. So now this player is facing a wall, so he can't go there anymore. If you know what I mean. Let me take this out. This is too small. Let me get you a bigger one. So he, instead of like being free when the midfield is this high, he and go towards the goal and of course score a goal. He no longer can do that. He's not loosed in this area anymore. Now, these two have gone so far back, they make it difficult for people. So if you look at actually, let me find that game. 1 second. Maybe I can find it. You never know, innit? The Sunderland game. Let me look at that one. Liverpool, Sunderland. Maybe it will make it clearer, innit? I was watching Don Hossam's channel yesterday. I was thinking, what the hell is going on? Are we still talking about that thing, man? Right, get rid of this stuff, man. We're talking about the same thing every time. I love the guys, but let's just talk about something positive finally, man. We're winning games, man. I don't know what you want. Don't know what you want. We're still talking about Arne's slot. Gotta get rid of that, man. Allow that stuff. So I'm just looking for the formation in the game. Then it'll make it more clearer for everybody. You know what I mean? So, hang on. Let me see if I can find something. All I see is us attacking every time. I don't see us defending. There we go. I think I found something. There you go. There you go. Let me share this with you guys, yeah. You remember last time when I was talking about the City game, when I gave you the graphics for that one? Not the graphics, the video for that. So remember what I was saying, the all ball watching? Look at the tactics here now, guys. Like, it's different to what we saw last time. Everybody's getting back now. You see, they trapped them. There you go. See Robbo? Look where he is. McAllister. So they don't give, opposition chance. But let me show you how they started and look where midfielders are. Look at McAllister here and look at Gravenberch here. They're no longer high on the pitch, guys. You see, they're marking players now. It's no longer like, players go whatever they want. There you go. McAllister's there. Remember the last game when I showed you the Man City one? The players were ball watching instead of like player watching. Now you don't see players running, behind them. They're all in the same area, if you know what I mean. So it makes it hard. And look at Gravenberch right there. Normally, one of them is way far, from everybody else. Now, the pivot is back. See the distance? There's no player roaming around here. Everybody, they've got someone. That's what I like. And Salah, look how deep Salah is as well. So, see, this is what I'm saying. The connection of the players is important because you need everybody in sync. When you get one out of that, that formation out of place, it's very difficult for the team to defend as a whole. So now it looks to me everybody's defending. I think Florian Wirtz right here should be slightly deeper, obviously right around here. It doesn't have to be behind that player, just next to that player that's next to him right there. Just, in case he runs to a space where he can block, if you know what I mean. So that's the only issue that I have with this actual tactics here. But you look at that. Everybody's in sync. You know what I mean? Even Robbo is out of position, but look at McAllister. He followed his player this time. He's got the ball there. The player with the ball, McAllister is next to him. That's what I'm saying. And then Gakpo is running after the next player. So you can see by this. There you go. Look. See? Everybody is in a position now. This wasn't happening against Man City. It was too hard. It was very hard. Look. We cleared the ball. Gravenberch. There you go. It's not Van Dijk. It's Gravenberch in the box. Now we're clearing things. It's not easy for the opposition. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, we've changed. We've changed to a team that's defending as a team rather than individual kind of, have you ever played football and you said, oh man, I can't be bothered defending, man, but I gotta go. Like that kind of thing. Now they no longer do that. Now you have to do it. So they've had that kind of, video watching moments in the training ground and watching the deficiencies in their game, and they've improved on that. That's what I've been asking for a while. That's what I've been asking for a while, man. And it looks to me they've changed. Look, it's Gravenberch that's clearing the ball. There you go. And look at the physicality of the player on the floor over there. That means physically they're challenging players now. Look at the Sunderland players all putting their arms up. That means they don't like the physicality of the game. There you go, moaning. When did you when did you ever see Sunderland players moaning about physicality? They are a physical team. There you go, man. We're actually challenging them. That's what I like. Look at McAllister, how deep he is now. Look at Gravenberch next to him right there. So basically, every player has got a player on him now, and that's what I've been asking for a while. Remember in the previous game against Man City, what I was saying is, I don't think they do that anymore, player for player. But now it looks like we've gone back, we reverted back to player versus player, and that's what I've been missing for a while, and that's what I've been complaining for a while, complaining about for a while. You know what I mean? So look, everyone. Look how deep we are. McAllister is the deepest one in midfield. Before, he was the highest in midfield. You know what I mean? Now, what I see of Gravenberch and McAllister, they're swapping again. What made them important last season, it was certain games McAllister will play as a DM and certain games Gravenberch will play as a DM. So it depended on the game. What game suits McAllister and what game suits Gravenberch. And this one suited McAllister, so they made him the deepest line. Watch. He's the deepest line. Look where he is right now. Right, edge of the box, right there with the number 9. That's McAllister. When did you ever see that happen in this season? When did you ever see that? Last season, yeah, but this season, look at McAllister, part of a 3. We've got 3 at the back. McAllister is one of them. Look at Gravenberch coming back from a high line. Look, that space was there for the opposition all season, and we finally got back to the Liverpool of old. I think they've gone back. I think they've reverted back to the Liverpool that we know. Honest, big up Clive, man. I can see you there. Yeah, get the comments up, guys. Big up AEM, my guy. Big up my guy, man. Big up Juju. I can see you there. Slot in, get out of here. Yeah, man. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, like the formation's changed, man. I remember when I was using this kind of videos, like it was just empty everywhere. Let me show you actually. Look for Liverpool versus Man City. You can see the difference. It's completely like changed since the Man City game. Man City. There we go again. Quiet down a bit. Maybe I could find it, innit? So let me give you an example. How easy it was before to what we get right now. There we go. So it's just that first bit of the game. Remember this? I think that's silver or look how easy that is. Look how empty it is. See the difference between what we just watched and to this? They've changed. They've changed. Look how easy that is. Look, through ball. Look at the space. Look at that. Compared to what I just showed you before this, a lot has changed, guys. Honestly, that's how easy it was for opponents cutting through the middle. Nobody. Look at midfield behind everybody, even our defense. Look how easy it is. Look. Luckily, we have Alisson in goal and Kirkes coming back. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, behind everybody else. And they still got 5, 6 players, coming into our box. 4 already in, ahead of our players. That's how easy it was for the opposition, guys. It's embarrassing, man. I was fuming when I saw this game. Absolutely fuming. That's what I saw. 4 players in our box freely and nobody is marking. And you wonder why Alisson, come out of position and did what he did for the penalty. That's what he was facing this game. That's how easy it was for Man City. 4 players in our box. Bernardo Silva, Semenyo, it looks like Mamouche and Haaland. Look how many players are against our players, man. And we've got to be serious here, like. And you wonder why Alisson was panicking. There you go, look. Do you expect our players to have that motivation to get back? That's not motivation. That's not a team that wants to win a ball back. Luckily, we have someone like, Kirkes that has that energy to fight. Look at our captain. Look at Sobosai. Look at Gakpo. Look at Konate. Look at McAllister. Look at Verts. Look at Gravenberch. Look what they are in this picture right here, in this video. Look what they are. They're all bunched up outside the fucking box. Astaghfirullah. You know what I'm saying? Look. They're all bunched up in the same area. It's embarrassing. And 4 players have gone to our box. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look. Thank God we got Alisson in goal, man. Oh, man. It's poor. Absolutely diabolical, man. Can't fix chest ban and move on. There's always going to be pricks out there. UEFA, FIFA can't prevent it, but they can't fix it when it happens. You're spot on, bro. Bro, humanity can fix anything, you know what I'm saying? But when you got the far rights and, KKKs and all this stuff in every, in these countries that has black players and, Asian players and all this stuff, when you allow those kind of establishments to be around, racism is never going to end. You need to get rid of things like this. And they're not willing to do things. You know what I mean? That's what I don't understand. There's places in the world which people are happy to be racist, and they let it out. Like, how is that? Those are the kind of things you should be arrested for. But when you're letting things like that, be around still, what chance have we got to get rid of it? You got to think about it, man. And you got Jim Ratcliffe talking about immigrants and all this stuff, bro. You got immigrants in your football club, work for you. Did you ever start thinking about that before you said what you said? So dumb. Absolutely diabolical, man. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, guys. Look at the formation. Like, it's changed. It's changed dramatically. Like, I've realized the guy's done more changes than I first thought. Because when I was watching that Sunderland game, it's completely different to the Man City game. I mean, and even the FA Cup against Brighton, like, we're more in control of games rather than putting ourselves in weird situations. But I like what I see. Yeah, they won't. Like I said, you can't change things unless society changes, unless the world changes. You know what I mean? Black people have been oppressed for so long. It's normal to me now. Like, I can't do anything about it. Like I said, if they can't even work on towns and people stopping this stuff in these countries that's telling you freedom of speech and all that stuff, what's the actual point? You have to work around it to, in order for it to at least stop. But we're not even doing that. So what's the actual point? FIFA and all UEFA and all that stuff. You could blame these people for what's happening, but they will not. How many years we're still talking about? They still bring that banner out saying no to racism. What's the point? What's the actual point? A 20-year-old from Argentina has come to Europe, Portugal out of all places, and called another man monkey. And we're come on, man. That means in Argentina they're not working on it. It starts at home anyway. We already know that it starts at home. But you can't stop something that's never going to end. So I can't be asked about it. Yeah, pause. If your face, not down your throat. In your face, not down your throat. Yeah. Pick up Akea, man. Slot is the last person I want down my throat. Pause. You're crazy. Absolutely crazy. Mourinho has a chip on his shoulder. The way Real Madrid sacked him, he takes it personal. I don't give a shit about Mourinho, to be fair, bro. He's an idiot, mate.
Situation, but in general, as I said, we can never do too much.
Obviously, in the Premier League last night, we saw how difficult it can be against anyone to take all 3 points. How much, though, when you look at your own form at the moment and another confidence-boosting victory over Brighton, how much of a better place are you in now, do you think, compared to maybe a few weeks ago and after the defeat to Bournemouth?
No, compared to a few weeks ago, I don't think a lot has changed. In I think we've now from the last 19 games we've lost twice, and twice we've lost in extra time.
He needs to stop that with the 19 games, mate. Like, we was drawing games. We wasn't winning consistently. Hence why we're still, outside the top four. So relax with that stuff, mate. The Brighton game was actually entertaining. I liked it. I really liked it. I really enjoyed that game, to be fair, my brother. I thought it was a brilliant game, to be fair, my guy. I would rather Edwards left instead of Hughes. Hughes recruited well. He's not the one that brought Slot in. That's Edwards. I think they're all in the same boat, bro. I don't think it's just one. I think it was Hughes that went to the final training ground and spent 2 weeks watching Arne Slot before he decided that was the man. I think Hughes is the one who actually hired him, bro. If you know the true reality to the story, Hughes went to Feyenoord for 2 weeks, stayed in a hotel, watched the final training sessions and all that stuff, and he decided, obviously, and I think he went to games to watch Feyenoord as well, and that's how he decided on his slot. As far as I'm aware, that's what I've heard. And I think on the round table, you hear him saying, "I want to watch him." So, yeah, that's what I think. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. It's at the time it looked right, if you know what I mean. Like the way Arne Slot came in, I'm not going to change from Jurgen because me and Jurgen are similar. He said we don't. I'm not too different from Jurgen. He said I'm more possession than rather than gun ho kind of football. He said that's the only difference. But he lied because he completely changed from that this season and the second half of the season. I was criticizing a lot of people when they told me about the second half of the season when we already knew we won the league. We played a different kind of football. He tried to implement and it wasn't working, which we took on to the new season, if you know what I mean. And I thought it was a lie, but I thought the players got tired. That's what I thought, but they were right about that. He did change football. He did change the style of football. And I'm willing to concede that as well. I'm not always right. I don't think I'm right every time. I'm more wrong than right, to be fair. But yeah, since the second part of the last season, he just changed the football that we play. And it just goes to show in the beginning, when you're changing with the team that won the Premier League, but you got to take it on to the next league, you know what I mean, with that team. And that's the wrong thing he did. He changed the team to the brand new players that he brought. 7 players he brought. He tried to play them straight away. So it's just stuck with this team that's won the league and then slowly integrated the new team and new players in. But you know what it is? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. I mean, so hopefully he's changed things, you know what I mean? And we will win the rest of the games of the Premier League. 11 games left. And then we could decide at the end of the season if people are in or out. You know what I mean? I'm still out. He has to change a lot of stuff. He has to win the Champions League for me to even think about him staying slightly. So, yeah. There's a lot of things we've got to do next season as well. We've got to make sure we get a DM. We need a DM at this football club. I mean, I love Endo, but I think this should be his last season at Liverpool Football Club. Chiesa is going to go, so we need 2 wingers to come in as well in the summer. See, that's what I'm saying. We put ourselves in such a bad predicament. We've got to work around it. We've got to work around it somehow for next season. Because if this is the competition we're going to be in, similar to what we're seeing right now next season, we should be strong enough to win the league next season. You know what I mean? So we know, you know what they say, guys? Like, I'd rather know what I need than not. Which means at Liverpool Football Club, we know what type of players that we need to make us stronger. Because if you look at Liverpool under Brendan Rodgers, Roy Hodgson, Roy Evans, and all that stuff, Graham Souness, we didn't know what type of players that we needed. We was buying anyone. We were just spending money for the sake of spending. But we know at Liverpool Football Club what we need. We need a centre back, we need a DM, we need a couple of wingers. Other than that, we can still go. We've got enough number 10s. We've got enough number 8s. We just need that. A DM, centre back, and wingers. So 4 players max. You could get one winger that can play right across that front line as well. If you want to avoid 4 players for the time being, you could do something like that and keep Salah for next season. I know a lot of us are saying get rid of Salah, but I'm not that type of fan. I want him to stay one more season so we could get his replacement in, so they could do a smooth transition. Salah leaves, new player takes over. That's what I want to see. If Salah leaves, he leaves. I'm not gonna cry about it, man. Come on, man. Yeah. Our press is non-existent. The players aren't in unity, and it causes problems. Yeah. But I looked at the previous game, bro. It's different. It is different. The previous 2 games, we look like a team that's hard to break. I mean, watch Verts get a hat trick of a GA versus Nottingham Forest. We'll see. We'll see, bro. We'll see. I hope so. Foz, what we're missing is still midfield. Look at a great team. Wenger had Vieira, Petit, Overmars, Perez. We don't have Thus apart from Soboslai. No bite in midfield. Or no good on the wingers. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. 100% agree with you. It's a no god wingers, yeah. I agree with you, bro, in regards to the way you're saying in the steal in the DM. I've been asking for it for a while. You know, like when people talk about certain things in regards to players that we need in that midfield, especially in the DM position. Everybody's talking about a passing midfielder. If you look at Zubimendi at Arsenal fans have turned on Zubimendi because he's not. Outside his passing, he doesn't do enough. That's why I opted for Onana, the one at Aston Villa. The guy's got the size, the fear factor. He can pass. He can win the ball back. He slides. He does shots from outside the box. Everybody fears him from the opposition. That's what you need in your midfield. If you look at the greatest teams that ever existed, they all had that. You look at Real Madrid, Casemiro, Makaleli's. You know what I mean? You look at Barcelona, Busquets. You look at Man City, Fernandinho, Rodri. You look at Arsenal in the old days, Petit, Vieira, like you said. You look at Liverpool previously with Jurgen, the consistency team that is like Fabinho in the middle. You need that, bro. You need all that. If you don't have that, it's a long day for you. That's what I said about Zubimendi. All these pretty footballers, you know, passing side to side and can't defend. It's not what you need in that midfield. You still need something dynamic in that midfield to what you have. We've got these pretty footballers that do side to side passing. Gravenberch, McAllister, Soboslai. We have these kind of things. And Verts on top of that. But we haven't got that brutal guy that's, you know, it's like a protector, like a wall. You need someone there that's different from the rest, that puts the fear in the opposition. And that's what Onana does when I watched him for Aston Villa against Arsenal, Man City, etc. He puts the fear in the opposition. Not only as a player, with his stature as a player as well. He's very big, very strong. And he's European as well. He doesn't play for African teams, so we don't have to worry about African nations. He's only 24, guys. I know he's got injury issues, but they grow out of that eventually. Unlike Gomez, of course. I know. But yeah, I know what you mean, though. I agree with you, bro. We need that in midfield. I've been saying it for a while, man. All this pretty football is not the way, my guy. It is not the way. I think people just misunderstand things, man, when they see things like that. All this side to side, easy type of football. They get away, you know, not doing the most they should be doing, which is, you know, protecting that defense, protecting that, you know, midfield. There's not enough of that, man. There's not enough of that, in my opinion.
And in my opinion, twice not We did not deserve to lose both of those games. We didn't need yesterday to know how difficult it is to win a Premier League game. We've experienced this season already a lot of times, and I think all the teams experienced it. It is that's what made the Premier League nicer this season and last season. That it's much more competitive than probably 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. We've improved compared to 3 or 4 months ago. But I think I would even, as weird as it may sound, include the Bournemouth game, because apart from the goals we conceded, we had total control, with dominance, created a lot of chances. So, and the same could be said in the second half about City. So we're in a much better place now than we were months ago, and there's a very
easy, because you reverted back to what won you the Premier League, my friend. Like, don't try to fool me. I can see the difference between that team previously and this team that we're watching now. Like, come on, man. Like, we're more organized now. It's hard to beat now. It's hard to break down now. That's something we was before you came on this lot. So don't come out like something new just happened at Liverpool Football Club. Not only that, the confidence of the players has changed as well, which people are talking about on here. Verts has changed the way he plays. Kerkez, Frimpong, Ekitike, all the new players have finally integrated into the team as we want them to. But that's something we should have worked on slowly rather than quickly. And this is why our season is in a mess, because he tried to do things too quickly, which happened with Graham Souness. Hence why we haven't won the league for 30 years. Because he destroyed the system that the previous 30 years was working fine, and he was part of as a player. And then, he just destroyed the whole, momentum of Liverpool Football Club. When you have that, momentum from previous regimes, and then you come in as a head coach or manager at the time, Graham Souness, you take it on, because you are part of that boot room. You were a captain for Liverpool that's won European Cups. So why are you changing things so quickly at that time? It was just sad. It was really, really sad, man. I met Graham Souness, by the way. There's a picture of me and him somewhere, I put. Yeah, he regretted it. He regretted, what he did. And it took us 30 years to solve that. And Mr. Jurgen Klopp, as I said many times before, the way he did things, oh my God, man. I know I keep saying it, but it was amazing, man. We was like kneeling men with him, almost winning the trophy. Almost, we're in touching distance of the trophy, and then bam, we're losing. And then he just went back. This is a proper manager, proper knowledgeable manager Jurgen is. So what he did, he went back to the future. You guys know that? Marty McFly, Marty. And, you see Donald Trump in as Biff as well, isn't it? The files, they no longer exist, Biff Trump. If you watch Back to the Future 2, then you'll see Trump was already in people's minds years back. Yeah, so they already knew what power he was going to get. Go back and watch Back to the Future 2, watch Biff. Then you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Ice. They've done nothing wrong. Ice have done nothing wrong. You know the way he says things, man. Funny guy, man. Funny guy. There's no Epstein files. There ain't. At first he said he was going to get them out, and then he said, there ain't any. We can't find them. Funny guy, man. I swear to God. With that hairstyle. A man with that hairstyle was in charge of the world, man. Madness. I agree. In fact, I think Maka is deepest midfielder at times, getting stuck in. It's madness, isn't it, Akia? Everybody was having a go at McAllister. I think I'm the only one that defends the players. I don't see many. I don't watch outside what I do in it that much. Sometimes I do, of course. But everybody turned on McAllister, man. Forgetting the quality that guy has. You know what is funny with Liverpool fans? They have a go at players, but when the players leave, they regret it and say, bring him back. I miss that player. You know, it's always like that with our fan base, guys. Like, I don't understand this stuff, man. I told you already. There's a lot of players on that pitch that are not playing well. If it's 1 or 2, it's understandable. When it's like 10 people that's not playing well, then there's something wrong with the system. McAllister is like a Bernardo Silva, like a Paul Scholes. You need those players to win league titles. That's why McAllister is a winner. The guys won the World Cup. If it wasn't for him, Messi said, I don't think Argentina would have won that World Cup. Him coming into the team has changed Argentina's fortunes. Don't forget, Argentina actually lost to Saudi Arabia in that World Cup in the beginning of the tournament. They lost to Saudi Arabia. And then they brought in McAllister, changed everything. Same as last season and the season before that when we should have won the league. Don't forget, Diaz away at Tottenham, Doku at Anfield. There's a lot of incidents that happened that were suspicious why Liverpool didn't win that league title. Put those points together, you win the league title. That's how far we was from that league title. Decisions, beyond our control has cost us that season for Jurgen to win. And Jurgen coming out and saying what he's saying about leaving. I mean, you don't corrupt players' minds. When they are in that momentum of winning, you don't corrupt them. And that's what the mistake Jurgen did. The only mistake I hold him to till this day, when he said he was leaving at a certain point. Wait till the end of the season, bro. We can wait till the end of the season and we could have a parade and you could say your goodbyes. But don't do it during the season, bro. Because when the players who signed for you, you corrupt their mind and tell them I'm leaving, you already put stuff in the brains. It's modern day football. I don't think they're that type of players. They're emotionally attached nowadays. They like the hugs. They like arm around the shoulder. And you're telling them you're leaving when we're top of the league? And then you think like it's not going to affect them? Oh, we're going to try for Jurgen. That's what I heard. We're going to try for Jurgen. We're going to try for Jurgen because he's the man. And all of a sudden, the players start thinking, oh shit, what am I going to do when Jurgen leaves? Trent is saying, I'm leaving. If my dad ain't staying, I am leaving. If Real Madrid come in for me, I am leaving. I've even heard Virgil was crying out for Real Madrid at the time as well. There you go, people. That's what it does to players, man. You don't corrupt players' minds. And that's what Arne Slot has done this season as well. As soon as that Crystal Palace game, the first one finished, not the Community Shield, I'm talking about the one we lost at Crystal Palace, he should have went back to the drawing board instead of going to Dubai. Should have went back to the drawing board and say, guys, we finally got beat by the last minute goal that we've been doing to other teams. We need to change. We need to be hard to beat. Before these players mentally explode and have that momentum of losing, let's nip it in the bud. That's what I would have done. But this fool over here continued playing this type of football. The 9 losses in 12, and he tried to change it. No, you've already corrupted the players' minds. You messed up the whole system. The players have that losing mentality now. So it's going to be hard to get them, back to where they were before. You know what I mean? You can't rewind that now. It's too late.
Rewind. When the clock goes, selector.
They've already gone. When they lose 9 out of 12 games, they've already gone. You could have stopped it, bro. You could have stopped that, but you chose not to. One loss was fine. All you had to do is be hard to beat from that time. But you decided to go to Dubai and not go and review what went wrong. Go back to the training ground and check your players individually. What's wrong with them? Why are we conceding goals in every game that we play? Why are we conceding every time we're 2 goals up and they come back 2-2? You didn't even figure that out. That's what you're supposed to do as a head coach. And he messed up the whole thing, man. Continued playing the same way. Oh, man. Madness, man. Absolute madness. Madness. Absolute madness. But I think Sobo and McAllister is superior pivot to Gravenberch Baka. I think all three can play, bro. I miss that kind of all three of them playing sometimes. I know we've got to play Verts obviously as the number 10, but we could put Verts at white sometimes. Got to rotate the squad, bro. Refreshing up things, man. I mean, when things are not going right, refresh. That's what you're supposed to do. McAllister is off pace. Gravenberch isn't a natural 6 and getting found out this summer. For me, the only midfielders producing the goods are Szoboszlai, Jones at times, missing link to glue attack. Okay. With that one, McAllister's come back to form, by the way. So has Gravenberch in some sort of way. The thing with Gravenberch is his passing ability. Sometimes actually McAllister frustrates me with his passes as well. He misplaces it too many times. But that's something you got to work on in the training ground. You know what I mean? That should be a taboo. I mean, if I was a manager, head coach, I would told the players, listen, bro, like if you keep misplacing passes, we're going to stay behind in the training sessions to improve on that. And the player will say, oh shit, it's going to make me stay behind? No. I can't misplace passes. No. I'm going to start, hitting players going forward. That's what you got to make those threats. You got to put that fear in the players, man. If you say like an hour bit after this training session, we're going to stay behind to improve on with your passes. We're going to watch videos of you misplacing, stuff. We're going to watch your deficiencies. Do you think players want to come back and do that? They want to go home and spend time with their family, man. You got to make threats. All this nicey doesn't get you anywhere, man. I thought McAllister's changed, bro. But with Gravenberch, he needs to improve with his passing. I got to be real, guys. It's like amateur at times. So I could make that pass at my age, man. Why are you always panicking when you got the ball? It's weird, McAllister. It's just too many games, in my opinion. Yeah, guys, get the comments coming, man. I'm reading in a minute. Fozi, sorry, disagree. You disagree with me? How dare you? In the Sunderland games, they still gave half chances, and against Brighton, the centre halves were ball watching. Brighton missed 2 ex-sitters, and if first and early second half still weak. I'm not saying we're the most perfect team, bro. I'm not sitting here telling you, oh, Liverpool have come back to normality. No, we haven't. We're work in progress. So slowly we're getting back to the team that we were before, if you know what I mean, with confidence of the players that were struggling, if you know what I mean. So I'm not blind to reality, bro. I agree with you. I agree with that comment. We're not, completely, but we're doing something different to the other games. Let me just put it that way for you. You're spot on, Fozi. Slot has dropped the line and we are much closer together as a team. There you go. You can see it, bro. You can see it, my guy. You can see it. I don't need to explain to you guys. Hang on, what's saying? No, McAllister has been off all season. That yard of pace has gone. It feels like he is still carrying some form of injury. He seems weaker this season physically. I never thought he had pace, bro. He's never had pace. With McAllister, let me give you the true reality to McAllister's performance this season. The plan for McAllister this season was to rest him because of the amount of games he's been playing in the last few years, since the World Cup, by the way. So what they were trying to do with McAllister this season is gradually get him up to the new year. And when we hit the new year, when we're in the second part of the season, when we need to do that 10-game run, whatever it is they call it, he'll be ready for that. It's like something similar to Man City, what they used to do with De Bruyne when he used to pick up injuries. They used to let him play now and again in the beginning of half the season. In the second part, bam, De Bruyne just hits form and they just go and start winning games. Big up John Conway. Big up, is that Dave? Big up Dave, my guy. I've never seen you before. Big up Dave. So that's how they try to do with McAllister. Humans, we're humans, guys. We're not robotic. There will be a time in life you can't do what you used to do continuously. You get tired. McAllister's only 27, guys, so in his prime. He just got caught out. He's not the same guy because he's played too many games and they were planning to rest him. And it's just the season didn't go according to plan. So they had to play him throughout the season. That's why he was where he was this season. So I'm not blaming McAllister for his performances. Like I said to you, Paddington, look at the season, look at the formation we're playing, look at the players positioning wise, and I think it will clear up a lot of things. It had to take me going back to watch games to see how bad we've been, and what I've realized at that time, when there's majority of the players that's not performing because the system has changed, it affects the whole team in regards to performances on the pitch. And I'm a firm believer of that guy, my guy. As I said, if it's 1 or 2 players that's got issues, then I blame the players. But when it's an entire team that's got issues, you've got to look at the system and the head coach, manager, whatever you want to call it. I don't think people do that. I don't think people do that, bro. They just look at players individually to start criticizing them. I asked a lot of questions. When I'm on these streams with these gentlemen, you know, who do the streams, I just asked them a question. Did you say that? Did you say, you know, those things you said about McAllister last season? Did you say the same thing about Gakpo last season? Did you say the same thing about Salah last season? And they're frozen after that. Oh no, I didn't. So there must be a reason for them to be like this. McAllister has had an appalling season. Gravenberch has had an appalling season. Salah has an appalling season. Gakpo has an appalling season. Van Dijk had one of his worst seasons. Konate, before obviously the circumstances, had an appalling season. Alisson, same. If all these players are having an appalling season, there must be something wrong with the system that we're playing. These players are the most consistent players I'm talking about as well. Only Szoboszlai is performing because Szoboszlai hasn't changed a lot. Szoboszlai is still hardworking. Szoboszlai is still doing the same things as before, but now his performances have become so good, his shooting has got better. You know what I mean? So the confidence is taken out, you know, coming up in his performances that he hasn't had in a few years he's been at Liverpool Football Club. But the running and, you know, team ethic still there with Szoboszlai. But as I said, guys, like, look how many games we've got to look at. Sorry, guys, I'm fasting it, so I got to be careful what I'm doing here. Because you just got to look at the performances of everybody. It's the same. Nothing's changed. So it's, a lot has changed, not the same. It's the same in a sense of this season. Like everybody's performance is bad. Same. And those are the players we rely on the most every season in the past 8 seasons. And they're no longer doing what they're supposed to do. It's madness, man. It's madness. As I said, 1 or 2 players, I understand. But when it's an entire team, you got to ask questions of the head coach. You got to ask questions, my guys. If you haven't seen Maka improvements, I don't know what to say. Agree, disagree, I suppose. Yeah, it's true. Big up club, my brother. Beautiful to see DM drop into a back line in defense. Yeah, 100%, my guy. 100%. Our press is still non-existent. I agree, bro. I agree. That's something that has to come along, if you know what I mean, as time goes on, my brother. Fozi, but the fact, don't lie, Sunderland game, only 7 shots on target out of 21. Come on, man. I guess a promoted team, 33% success rate and scraping a 1-0 clutching straws. They haven't lost all season at home, my brother. They haven't lost. Man City went there. I think Man City went there. Arsenal went there. Can't remember them giving them the problems we did. So you got to think about it, bro. Come on, man. Come on. Don't be negative all the time, my brother. We're all like support the same club at the end of the day. The changes are clear to me. I don't see how some people don't recognize them. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm only speaking as, you know, from what I can see, my guy. But for some reason, people don't want to know. You know what I mean, yeah, like I said, I am just focusing on the players. That's all we can do until Slot is gone. Back our individual performance. Yeah, bro, that's what we got to do, my guy. That's what we got. The longer this man stays, the more our youth suffer with the lack of opportunity. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. He lied. You know what I mean, he said he's here for. He likes to develop players. He likes to, do this and that, but it's all a lie. It was never true. You know what I mean? He lied to us from day one. It's all a lie, man. It's all a lie. Let me just check what comments I haven't come to. What other people. Appreciate everybody. Big up Beijing, my brother. You're so right, Beijing. There you go, man. Got an agreement from Dave. Big up TW. Big up, my guy. 9 years on the clock to build a team for the future. Yes, we did win last year, but right now, what the F? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I agree with you guys. I'm not here to disagree with everybody. I agree with you, man. I agree with everything you guys are saying. I'm not, listen, I want him out. I want him out of my football club. Mac 10 carrying a growing injury all season. They said it's hernia, innit? It was a hernia injury. That's what they said. Hernia injury, my brother. I'm just going through to the comments that I haven't read, guys. Yeah. So the other people. Sorry about that. Big up, Fozi. How are you? I'm good, my brother. I'm good. Going through the comments. I don't want to be rude to anybody. You know me, guys. I just go on. Jids! What's going on, my bro? Space is Jids. The issue with McAllister is ground speed. I want him as a 10, where he lack of physicality won't affect our defensive structure. As an 8, we get ran through and our ran big up Fozi. An overrun. We tried him as a number 10, bro. He hasn't played it for a long time, and he didn't look any good, to be fair, as a number 10, bro. But what him and Gravenberch are doing right now, to me, like, I just want to look at this Nottingham Forest game. I think this Nottingham Forest game is pivotal part to our season. I honestly think that. I think that's the type of game we can finally understand if we're slightly back. You know what I mean? You beat Nottingham Forest, new manager bounce. Maybe we'll be back to normality after that game. If you know what I mean. Maybe it's that kind of game that will convince a lot of fans. Maybe we are doing the right things now. Maybe it needed this change for it to happen, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I agree with you. I other than the number 8 thing, the lack of physicality, I just think is to do with the team structure at the time. But since the Sunderland and Brighton game, it looks like he's back to what he was before, if you know what I mean. Him and Gravenberch are like changing up a lot. But as a number 10, I don't know, man. I don't know about number 10. We tried him. He hasn't played that for so many years. It just looks like he's out of place. I know with time he can probably develop as players. I'm all with you on that. I totally agree with you, Paddington. No, Fozi, you play Verts in his position. I'm tired with this switching players in different positions. I agree. Listen, I never said completely do that, bro. I said sometimes if you do squad rotation, it might help the team because we haven't got the strength and depth. You know what I mean? So if we haven't got a left winger, then just put Verts out there to change up things. That's what I'm saying. But he could still invert from the left and start coming inside. It doesn't. I'm not saying completely put him out there until we get the proper wingers next season. We can rotate the squad somehow, my guy. We can. Relax. We can, everybody. We can. I like Verts where he is. Trust me, I like where he is. I'm not complaining about him. How many minutes have I been on here, man? Oh, 1 hour, 19 minutes. Wow. Crazy. Just chatting to you guys. Crazy.
Simple reason for that. 2 more reasons, but the most simple 2 are how fit we are now compared with 3 or 4 months ago. And the second one is that we are much better in set pieces at the moment.
When you say experienced it this season as well against Forest at home, and obviously now they're under different management. So, what are your expectations? What kind of a test they can provide?
Back then they were in a different management as well, because Sandijs was, I think, his third, fourth game. I don't know exactly anymore, but that makes it sometimes a little bit more difficult because we only have tonight, to see if this manager changes personnel, changes tactics. The good thing is that there is still one game to be played before we play them, but and we of course know him because he worked last season in the Premier League as well. But usually you adapt to the players you have. Although managers have a preferred playing style, you take into account which players you have as well. So let's see. It has been a difficult game for us in the beginning of the season. Although, again, I'm going to say the same. First half hour was very, very good from us. Chance after chance. And then we conceded a set piece and the game went completely the opposite way. So we know what we can expect if we play Forest because I've played them 3 times already.
Can I do a quick call?
Yeah, I think I'm going to end it there with him. To be fair, he hasn't changed much. Sorry, guys, I don't want to keep going on about Arne Slot and these dumbass predictions and all that stuff. But yeah. Listen, Nottingham Forest went away to Fenerbahce and got a 3-0 win. By the way, so it's not going to be easy the game. They got a new manager back. Sorry, so it's going to be a very difficult game. Very difficult game. But like I said, this kind of games are going to determine our season. It has to, because it's a difficult away game at Forest, and you know how we struggled against Forest. They already beat us this season. So let me just give you the league at the moment, the way it looks. There you go, people. That's the league at the moment. Let me make it slightly bigger for you. There we go. Obviously, Arsenal top. That's going to be very interesting, isn't it, these two. Man, if Man City hit top, I don't think people understand like what that could do to Arsenal. I don't think people understand. It could mentally affect them, mentally affect them. So we're here, as you can see, people. 2 points off Chelsea, 3 points off Man United. It's not bad at all, is it? So yeah, we could still make it if we continue. And then Nottingham Forest are 17th, next to the relegation zone, but they're slightly away, 27 points. It's gonna be a difficult game, this one, It's gonna be that type of game, tight pitch, very difficult. You know what I mean? And it worries me. Really, really does. The Nottingham Forest ground, like, it's very, very tight pitch, if you know what I mean. So it's going to be congested. The fans are on top of you. Pressure, abuse. Well, we're the current champions, aren't we, guys? We just got to find a way out of it. Find a way out of it, and that's what we've got to do. Big up Tony, my guy. Big up Chris. I could see you there. Shankly, of course, I already spoke. I already read your comment. Big up Shankly as well, my guy. Give you some Shankly quotes here, man. My hero. I love Shankly, guys. Really love him. There you go.
Since I come here to Liverpool and to Anfield, I've drummed it into our players time and again that they are privileged to play for you. And if they didn't believe me, they believe me now.
That guy had everyone in the palm of his hands, man. I wish I experienced a Shankly team, man. Man. See the quotes? I drummed it into our players. He made them believe. That's psychology, That's what people forget. The psychological factor of a manager. The greatest managers have it. Arne Slot doesn't. His man management is appalling. He doesn't know how to get players up for games. Like it's poor. It is really, really poor, man. I miss that, man. I miss Jurgen's quotes as well, man. My previous players could have won that game. That's what he told McAllister and that, and Soboslai. It was a game we was losing at half time or something, I've heard. He said my previous football team could have won that game. And then what they do? They come out in the second half and win the game. That's the psychological factor, man, that not many managers have. Not many managers have. This club lost belief in winning titles. Lost that. We've come second so many times with previous managers. Couldn't win it. Couldn't get over that final hurdle that Arsenal are experiencing now. But he managed to find a way. That's what I'm saying, guys. This is what managers do. That's what great managers do. That's the beauty of football if you study it and understand it some way, somehow. And that's what we're missing, man. That is what we are missing at this football club. And if we slowly drift away from that, it's going to be a long, long day for us, man. Psychology is an important factor in a football club, man. Not only did Klopp psychologically motivate those players to win things, players that should never win those competitions, by the way. I mean, when Messi and Ronaldo are around at the same time, they should never win things like that. But he managed somehow. And that's what's missing from our football club. I've always said it on this channel. Enjoy it while it lasts. Because when it leaves you, you're going to miss it, man. And I've always kept on coming back to that. Because, you know, like the 30 years before, you just think, I was thinking back, I've never had this good times. I've never beaten Barcelona 4-0 at home or we're 3-0 down in a game. I've never come back from behind and beat Dortmund in the last minutes of the game with Lovren, out of all people, scoring their winning header. I mean, like, things like this never has happened in years at Liverpool Football Club. Those days were gone for a long time. Remember Benitez, Gerrard against Olympiacos. That celebration, and Andy Gray going mad in the commentary. And he's an Evertonian. Garcia against Juventus. Against Buffon when he bloody lobbed it over him. And then that 2005 final against AC Milan, that great AC Milan team. Maldini, Stamp, Kaká, Crespo, Gattuso, Seedorf, Cafu. Come on, man. The list goes on and on. Nesta. The list goes on and on and on in that team. And Gerrard played as a right back in the final moments. In extra time against Serginho, that's flying fullback, Brazilian international. Cafu on one side, Serginho on the other side. Come on, man. Things like that, man, they come once in a blue moon. And we had that belief again, you know what I mean? And we finally got that, we broke that duck, winning Premier League title, you know, where we've been waiting for so many years. Before Ferguson, Man United was on 7. We was on 18. Not after Ferguson. So actually, he was there from 1986 or something, 85. So before he won his first league title, sorry. So he was on, Man United was on 7. They were on 7. We was on 18. And they managed to catch up. We allowed that to happen at our football club. 18 titles to 7. How did they catch us up and overtake us? Shankly would have been turning in his grave. Let me just put it that way. All that hard work we put in to be distant from everybody else. One manager just caught us up and made sure he had his, foot on the top of our head and we'll never come back again. He made sure, man. He made sure. Ferguson made sure. And then we had that mentality of not winning league titles anymore. We went from a team that was winning things to a team that don't win things anymore. And we accepted it for what it was. That's the saddest thing. We accepted it. But Jurgen changed a lot. Jurgen is the man, man. He is the man. I'm always going to be thankful for him. Shaq was connected with the fans and players. Something Slot doesn't have. Yeah, you're spot on, bro. There's something this guy has got no idea about. And I don't think he will ever have it, to be fair. Because once you don't have that, you can't really get it back because you never had it in the first place, if you know what I mean. So you're spot on, Tony. You're spot on, bro. Big up, Christopher. Yes, I hope so, Chris. I hope so, mate. What a legend. Oh, I miss the quotes. I miss the, Brian Moore, when they used to, have that ITV, football games back in the day. I miss a lot of stuff of the olden days, Brian Moore on ITV. Barnes curling it brilliantly against Arsenal, that curler. John Lukaku goal, curled it. One step free kick, John Barnes, remember that, guys? Barnes chipped the goalkeeper. I think it was Ipswich away or something. John Barnes just chipped the goalkeeper from outside the box with that candy shirt. Yeah, man. Nobody speaks about things like that because we had great times, man. Great times in the old days. Just took one maniac who's an ex-player, destroyed the whole system. Get rid of the boot room. Get rid of the old players. Bring in players that are not even good enough for Liverpool Football Club. That's what Graham Souness did, man. Picnic, man. We only picked that. Have you ever noticed, guys, like when we buy players because of a competition, it never works out. We bought El Hadj Diouf and Diop. Why? Because of a World Cup they played against France. Picnic. Why did we buy him? Because of Denmark in the 92 European Cup win. When they wasn't even meant to be in it. Yeah, man. He should listen. You guys think Poulsen and Konchesky are bad? Picnic was awful, man. Oh, man. I don't know how that guy's won a European Cup with Denmark, first of all. And I don't know how he made it to Liverpool Football Club. Let me just put it that way. I still remember that hairstyle. Horrible hairstyle. Oh, man. Yeah. Crazy, innit? Crazy football. Souness killed us as a manager, and it took years for us to recover as a club. Sorry, you're spot on, bro. Yeah, he has taken us back, man. As I always said, bro. Tony, think about it. Arne Slot did the same thing. He stepped away from that Jurgen Klopp culture that we had, all the way to the youth team. When you step away from certain things that the club is used to and the players are used to, it will take them a long time to get to that destination that you want them to get to. And sometimes, they leave Liverpool and they still haven't made it, into that destination that the head coach wants them to go to. Too much arrogance, isn't it? Torbo for fuck's says, what was we doing buying a complete dross? TW, I don't think people remember how bad he was. To me, he's the worst Liverpool player. I've seen some bad players. Let me just put it. Come on, Eric Meyer, Sean Dundees, Bruno Giroud, whatever his name is. We had some bad players, bro. Yeah, Konchesky, Poulsen, but they had a career. That guy, I just don't know how he made it at football. How did he make it as a footballer? And I can't. That's why I used to say to myself, like, how did he make it as a footballer? I can't. He had no ability as a footballer at all. And how did he win that European Cup with Denmark? I don't know. I have no idea. That's the reason we bought him. Don't forget that Denmark performance. Yeah, big up, bro. Yeah, Liverpool beat Barcelona at home. What a night that was. I was at the game. OMG. Big up, Dave. I wish I was there with you, brother. I've been to a few games, but I went to Turkey to watch Liverpool. I watched Liverpool versus Chelsea in the Super Cup. Remember when Adrian made that penalty save? I was there, man. I was right there in the stands, right at the bottom. Big up Touchline, man. What's going on, bro? He's the reason why we was big. Klopp, the reason why in the modern era we are relevant. Come on, Touchline, man. Come on, my bro. Don't say that, man. Don't say that. Don't put me in that position, my bro. I hope City beat Newcastle tonight. Oh my days, I'm going to be buzzing. Yeah, I don't want Arsenal to win, man. I don't. Oh, I can't have Arsenal win the league. Okay, brother, if Arsenal win the league, man, I can't come out of my house. I can't come out of my house, mate. I will never hear the end of it. We're still hearing about the Invisibles that drew 12 games in one season. We're still hearing about that nonsense. Imagine if they win the league. Oh man. 2 big games for top 2 this week, and City game in hand. Yeah, true. Kieran Morrison looks special talent under Slot. He will be average at least. The problem with Slot is, guys, like, he told us he's here to develop players. He's not all about, buying and buying and buying. That's what he said. It came out of his mouth. I'll look for that and I'll show you one day. He likes to develop and all that. That's why he's at Liverpool Football Club and all that. Since he's been at Liverpool, how many of the youth players have made it into the first team? Ask yourself that question. What has he improved? Nothing. So that's a lie. And the Jurgen style of football that he plays similar to Jurgen, that's a lie too. So it's all lies everywhere. It's all lies. It's all lies everywhere. Let me just put it there. I'm just going through the comments, guys. Yeah, I'm with you on the. Okay. No problem. No question. If we don't make things work with Isak, we are the biggest joke in history. But I'm sure he'll get in the team and start performing. He has quality. I love Isak, man. Especially the Isak that we saw at Newcastle in the last couple of seasons. I love him. I'm not going to be here being that type of fan that criticizes players, etc., and all that stuff. At the time, I looked at the way we play. I don't think Isak suits Liverpool the way we was playing under Jurgen. We're more like an Alvarez. Alvarez is the type of striker that can play as a number 9, that can play as a Firmino role, that can play out wide as well. So this is what we need. Don't get me wrong, Isak can do that, but is he at that stage of his career he has to do things like that? No. So that's why they brought in a number 10 for him to be, supplied by the number 10. I just hope it works out. I really, really hope it works out, man. Bun FSG for keeping this fraud. Oh, damn, touchline. You're going a different direction, my guy. If we don't get 15 points from the next 5 games, I'm going to go nuclear on my channel. God damn! Please subscribe to my brother Lee over here, Mr. Beijing Barnes. The Beijing crew, my brothers, man. These are my people, man. All of Liverpool people, all the Liverpool people are my people. Don't forget that, guys. I go on all their channels, you know what I mean? So they're my brothers, man. And I met basically Lee. Lee and me are actual friends, if you know what I mean. So please go and subscribe to Lee. We met in Philadelphia. Yeah, Philly. We watched Liverpool versus Arsenal. That's how far I go, people. I travel. I went to Turkey to watch us in the Super Cup. I went to Philly 2 seasons ago in our preseason to follow the team down there as well. I was meant to meet 12 man, but he went inside the stadium before I met him, man. So I didn't get to meet 12 man. But next time, man, when they go American touring again, you never know. You never know. Never know. Fozi might do it again. It's Slot's fault. I'm tired of talking about these issues. Sorry, talking about this. Yes, then he don't play. Okay. People are having arguments in the damn place. Relax, everybody, man. Relax. We're all good. We're all good in the hood, man. We're all good. We're all good, man. All good. Yeah. I know how bad Toban was. Yeah, man. Toban picnic. Rubbish. Can't even say his name right. I could still remember him because when I was in school, Tottenham fans, Arsenal fans, Man United fans used to joke about him. You know what I mean? Every time to me. So I don't care about him. It's crap. Let's hope Arsenal and see this one thing. Arsenal and Man U fans are so unbearable right now. Yeah, they are, man. They are. Man United on top of us. Arsenal on top of us, yeah. It's the drop-off, isn't it? That's annoying with Liverpool, guys, isn't it? It's the drop-off that's annoying everybody. It's just too much. I wish it was less than that. I really do, man. Like, if you look at Man City, when they drop off, they're still in and around the title race. When Liverpool drop off, we drop off dramatically every time we win a title. It's crazy, you know. And it's not the first time, is it? Even under Jurgen, we experienced that. But then again, under Jurgen, when you're buying the likes of, you know, Steph Vandenberg and Harvey Elliott and Adrian, what do you expect? You're not going to perform in a high level, are you, really? Yeah. Guys, how many minutes am I on? 1 hour, 40 minutes on my own, just talking to you guys. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. That's me done, guys. I hope I read enough. Appreciate everybody that's on, man. I'm on the road to 5,000, not 3,000, 5,000 people. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to go to. I don't want to be doing under 5,000. I want to do 5,000, not 3,000, 5,000.
Lord have mercy. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
That's what I'm looking for, guys. 5,000, not 3,000. And hopefully we'll get there. Inshallah. Inshallah, we'll get there. Ramadan Kareem to everybody. Enjoy the Ramadan. And, you know, I'll probably see you at the Man City Newcastle game. Most probably. If I'm still on my computer right now, I could do a thumbnail and just, you know, get it going. And then we'll, you know, have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
Convict. There you go. Got to put a bit of convict on there, man. And
What the rock is.
big dogs. Big dogs. I'm gonna go, man. I don't want to keep rambling on. I hope I made it clear with you guys about the system has changed and, you know, the way Liverpool are playing. You know, I'm not saying we're completely back. Still, you know, a few things we've got to work on. I'm still honest like that. He has to do extraordinary things for me to support him again. Let me just put it that way. Thank you, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Appreciate everybody that's on. I know it's a last minute thing. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Oh, thank Akea. Bro, I see you on every Liverpool channel. Keep doing what you're doing, my guy. With me, just come on, give me messages. I don't need no finance, bro. Give me messages, I'll read them out. No problem, bro. I appreciate you, my guy. Same as Touchline, same as, of course, John Conway, the legend John Conway. Big up to everybody. Big up, man. Big up. Take care, everybody. What are you saying? Let me just read this one. Fozi, did you watch Kieran Morrison corner bent it right into the net? I didn't, bro. I didn't see it, but I'll check it out. I'll check it out, Shanks. I'll check it out, my guy. I'll check it out. Kieran Morrison. Okay. All right, my brothers and sisters. I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Damn. Yes, very damn. If you smell what the rock is cooking.